Good afternoon, dear friends. My name is Alexander, and today we will speak about rather exceptional greenhouse that we have installed on a regular land plot. It makes it possible to start any greenhouse business practically at home. So, one of such greenhouses is a 12-meter wide greenhouse with a length of 22 meters. It is not a standard size since usually greenhouse width is 6, 8, or 10 meters. However, such new size format is rather popular, allowing for more efficient use of the land plot under the greenhouse. The 12-meter greenhouse has robust pillars, and each arch is made as a truss, which allows it to resist various loads. Additionally, it has a drop-shaped design, which allows snow to slide off it easily and not to accumulate. That's the first point, is better for the sidewalls. The thing is, in terms of heat conduction, 8mm polycarbonate is equivalent to double-layered film, and 10mm polycarbonate keeps warmth slightly better than the double-layered film. So, if you want to achieve the same thermal insulation effect using polycarbonate for the sidewalls, it should be at least 8mm thick, and it's even better to use 10mm polycarbonate. Moreover, cellular polycarbonate significantly improves the load-bearing capacity of the sidewalls. Polycarbonate itself enhances the load-bearing capacity, and when we put it on the frame, we get a stronger structure. By the way, greenhouses, for example, with the same frames but covered with film and polycarbonate, will differ significantly in terms of the load-bearing capacity. Polycarbonate is naturally much stiffer, but we've digressed a bit. So, the greenhouse is 12 by 22 meters, and when we enter it, we see that it is designed for growing strawberries. Here, both a lighting system and an air heating system are installed. Here, we have installed our own production air heating boiler from Ecotech Group with the power adjustment option. There is also an air heating system. On YouTube, there is often a debate about which is better, air heating or water heating. By the way, the same question is for you. What do you think about this? The matter is that while air heating is slightly less efficient than water heating, its startup cost is significantly lower. That is, creating an air heating system is several times cheaper than a water heating system. Therefore, in this case, air heating is installed. Moving on inside the greenhouse, we see a water heating tank, and then the first and the second sidewall trusses, which are always connected by the wind bracing. It is made to strengthen the load-bearing capacity and make it more rigid for the wind loads, as the wind load can reach up to 300 pascals, and this is quite a strong wind. Since our greenhouse is quite wide, it has a larger load, so the sidewalls are well strengthened. There are several cross bracings to achieve better load-bearing capacity. Reverting to our boiler, air is supplied from the below, and after passing through the boiler, it comes out from the top and is distributed through the air ducts.
Возвращаемся к нашему котлу. Там идет подача с воздуха снизу, и, естественно, после чего воздух проходит через котел и потом выходит наружу. Сверху и идет разводка по воздуховодам.
The boiler is very user-friendly, easy to clean, and easy to load with wood. It has good combustion. Also, it has a power-adjusting function. There are two hatches for loading, one at the bottom and one at the top. Next to the boiler, there is a control system for the entire greenhouse system, including heating, lighting, irrigation, and ventilation. Thus, the greenhouse is fully functional and allows for year-round operation. Its capacity is 3 cubic meters. There are vertical beds with 4 levels, allowing for precise drip irrigation for each branch. In total, this greenhouse can accommodate around 2,500 bushes. Of course, there is lighting here, which allows us to have good harvest even in colder seasons when there is little natural light. And it's very important and advantageous since at that time produce commands a higher price. Another notable peculiarity here is a dual heating system. This setup includes infrared heaters as well, providing 25% of the total heating capacity, while the remaining 75% is provided by a solid fuel boiler. This dual system serves several purposes. purposes. Firstly, it allows us to stay within specified power limits of the solid fuel boiler, enabling it to operate for nearly 90% of the time. In other words, it relies on the boiler primarily, but there's also an electric infrared heating system that provides backup heating. This setup offers several advantages. We can heat the greenhouse thoroughly in the evening, load the boiler with firewood, set it on low, and leave it overnight. Even during extremely cold periods, the boiler can operate for 6 to 12 hours at maximum power. For example, if we are heating it for 6 hours, it maintains the temperature for that time. As its power is decreasing during the night, the temperature is dropping as well. In this case, additional heaters, 1 or 2 groups, can be activated. We have several groups, and they can maintain the temperature until the morning, ensuring a balanced temperature within the greenhouse. It prevents the greenhouse, and consequently the strawberries inside, from freezing. In fact, this dual system provides more balanced heating. We also take advantage of the nighttime electricity tariff, ensuring that the heaters operate only at night. During the day, the greenhouse can maintain a suitable temperature quite effectively due to its insulation, which handles temperature fluctuations. Thus, this is a rather interesting setup. As we mentioned before, each arch is made in the form of a truss, that is, it is made from the 40 by 40 pipes. Additionally, there's a reinforcing scaffolding system to which most of the essential equipment is attached. It is very convenient. Ventilation is also a crucial aspect of such greenhouses. This greenhouse has side ventilation on both sides and axial upper fans for air circulation. It also has pushers to open and close the fan lights. That enables the greenhouse to operate year-round. Considering the summer heat, a shade net has been added to prevent the greenhouse from overheating. This is a crucial factor that affects its functionality. In the nearest future, a misting system will be added to control the temperature efficiently and to increase humidity. As for the functionality, currently, the fan lights and vents can be opened and closed automatically or manually using these actuators. By the way, people often ask when to open or close them. When the nighttime temperature drops below 5 degrees Celsius, it's best to keep them closed. Once the temperature rises above 5 degrees at night, they can be opened. This allows for manual adjustments during the day, as when the sun comes out, the temperature can rise to 20 degrees, and in the greenhouse, it can even reach 30 to 35 degrees. So, another peculiarity of this greenhouse is a fish cultivation system. In this pool, fish will be grown, and the water from it will be used for irrigating plants. It makes a closed-loop system, almost like in nature, for cultivation of both fish and strawberries. It's a fascinating system. Moreover, even the musical accompaniment has been thought out here. Pleasant and harmonious music is played here to encourage growth and flourishing. As you can see, here there's a significant distance from the edge to the troughs. It could be used more efficiently in future, but for now, there's this wide pathway, about 1 meter wide. It's designed to break the dead zone between the side panels and the first beds, ensuring it's warm enough. We might consider adding another shelf or something like that on either side in future. This setup is all about automatization of the entire process. Furthermore, there's a significant potential for modernization and expansion here. As we can see, we can grow something under the trays, and we can expand the beds. Of course, our Ecotech boiler allows creating a temperature regime with regulation of all the parameters. The lighting system, by the way, has also individual control for each branch.
И хотя это недорогие
Although these are not
системы
expensive LED
светодиодные, они
systems,
довольно
they work
эффективно
quite
работают.
effectively.
Тут полный спектр
We have a full
именно
spectrum
тепличный,
of
который
greenhouse lighting that allows for
довольно
effective lighting
эффективно позволяет
supplementation.
досвечивать.
The
Вот
ventilation
такой
system
довольно-таки
uses two
интересный
fans for
функционал.
air circulation.
Вентиляция работает
One
у
exhausts
нас
while the
для
other one draws in
проветривания.
the air, thus when
Два
it's very
вентилятора,
hot,
один
we can
подхватывает,
expel hot
второй
air from the
втягивает. То есть
greenhouse.
это все для того, чтобы мы, когда у нас будет очень жарко, смогли выбрасывать горячий воздух из теплицы.
We have
3 или
3
4
or 4
датчика, в каждой
sensors in
точке
each
мы можем
section,
видеть
which monitor the
температуру, то есть
temperature.
вентилировать,
This
охлаждать,
allows us to
нагревать, то есть
ventilate,
это весь
cool, or
функционал.
heat as
С
needed.
одной стороны, он довольно-таки
All these
простой
functions are
в
quite simple to be
исполнении, но с
provided,
другой
and at the
стороны
same time they
полностью
allow to
позволяет
make all the processes
автоматизировать все
automatic.
процессы климат-контроля, управления. А это у нас
As for the climate
управление
control, we have
открыванием
control
кранов. То
over
есть
opening
это
and closing the
позволяет
vents, both
могут как в
manually
ручном
and
режиме
in
открываться,
automatic
так
mode.
и в автоматическом.
By the
Кстати,
way,
очень
I'm
интересно
interested in
ваше
your opinion
мнение
on the efficiency of
по
such
поводу
greenhouses
всей
and the overall
инфраструктуры, по
prospects of the
поводу
greenhouse farming.
эффективности таких теплиц и вообще есть ли перспектива тепличного бизнеса, потому что, ну, это, с
On the
одной
one
стороны,
hand,
довольно
it
затратная
involves
часть,
significant
но с
costs,
другой
but on the other
стороны
hand,
спрос
there's
на
always a
тепличную
demand for the
продукцию
greenhouse
есть
products,
всегда,
especially
несмотря
now
ни на
with the
что. То
growing
есть, тем
popularity
более
of the healthy lifestyle
сейчас
trend.
идет
People are
уклон
becoming
в
more
здоровый образ
educated
жизни,
and
люди все
understand the
более
necessity of the
образованные, все
healthy
больше
food.
понимают, что необходима здоровая пища. И
Many may
многие
think
как-то
that
считают, что
greenhouse
тепличная
produce is
пища это
harmful,
яд. На
but
самом
now,
деле
everything
сейчас
is
все
more and more
выращивается,
grown
все
according
более и
to the
более
standards,
вводятся
and
стандарты,
organic
все более
standards are being
стандарты
introduced.
органик действуют. Все
All of
это
this is aimed at
направлено на то, чтобы
obtaining healthy
получить
food.
здоровую пищу. Вот. И, кстати,
Surveys
все
show that each
опросы
year,
говорят о том,
regardless of other
что
factors,
ежегодно,
Europeans are
несмотря ни на
increasing
что,
their intake of
увеличивается
vegetables,
количество
fruits,
овощей,
and
фруктов,
berries.
ягод в рационе европейцев. Ну,
This
естественно,
trend is
эта
also getting
тенденция
popular
идет к
because
нам,
a healthy
потому
lifestyle
что
is much
здоровый образ
cheaper in the
жизни
long
стоит
run.
намного дешевле. Так
If
как
we
если
get
мы
sick,
болеем, то
medicines and
лекарства
treatments are
и
now
все
very
прочие
expensive.
процедуры
We tend
сейчас
to
уже
forget what
выходят
free
очень
healthcare means.
дорого. Забываем, что
It
такое
doesn't really
бесплатная
exist
медицина,
anymore.
ее как таковой нету.
It's better to be healthy
Поэтому
and
лучше
wealthy
быть
than sick
здоровым
and
и
poor.
богатым, чем бедным и больным.
Healthy
А
nutrition and a healthy
без
diet are
здорового
essential for
питания, без
maintaining good
здоровой
health.
пищи сложно быть
Human
здоровым.
body
И
resources
если
allow not sparing
потенциал
us
у
when being
нашего
young,
организма
up
до
to 25, 30
25-30
years
лет
old, but after
позволяет
the
не
age of
щадить себя, то
35,
после
age is beginning to
35
tell, and it's
общий
necessary to
анализ
think about healthy
организма
eating and a
начинает о
healthy
себе говорить,
lifestyle.
и необходимо думать,
Without it
так
getting
сказать,
sick
про
is very
здоровую пищу,
costly.
про здоровое питание, ну и про здоровый образ жизни. Без этого болеть очень и очень затратно. Вот
So,
такая
this
тема
is our today's
сегодня и такая
topic,
вот
and this is
теплица,
the kind
поэтому
of
пишите
greenhouse
свои
we have.
отзывы
Please
по
share your
поводу
opinions on greenhouse
тепличного
business
бизнеса,
and
тепличного
farming.
направления.
Also,
Также
subscribe to our
подписывайтесь на наш
channel.
канал.
If
Кому
you
не
don't like
понравилась
this
теплица,
greenhouse,
можете
you
перейти на
can
наш
visit
сайт,
our
посмотреть
website to
какие
see other
конструкции,
designs,
или
or you can
оставить
leave a
заявку
request
на
for this
данную
setup on our
конструкцию у
website
нас на
or by
сайте
calling
или
our
позвонить
office phone
по
so that our
телефону
manager could assist
нашего
you.
офиса, чтобы менеджеры могли принять.
See you next time.
До
It
новых
was
встреч, с вами был
Alexander. Live
Александр,
in
живите в
harmony with
гармонии с
nature
природой
and to
и
the
пусть
beat of
прогресс.
progress.